day, everyone. Chris Heerlein here of Reap Financial. Glad you are making us part of your day here. And I want to get into some of the top reasons that your retirement plan can fall apart. We think about the nest egg and ensuring that that lasts as long as you do, that you can maintain the lifestyle that you've always dreamt about. But what are some of the pitfalls? What are some of the things that can really derail a retirement plan? And so as we get into these, I'm going to cover 5 quickly. The first one is the purchase of a second home. We all dream about vacation homes and things during our working years. I want you to enjoy your wealth, but second homes can put a massive burden on a retirement plan because not only do you have the additional mortgage, and if you are well off enough to pay off the house, you still have property taxes more than likely that are like a mortgage. And you still have the upkeep and maintenance, particularly if you're not using the house as your homestead. If you're away from that property, there's likely going to need to be property management and property maintenance. So you need to plan for those type of expenses. You need to plan for things to always come up because they will, and build that into a well-coordinated plan. I've seen people also outflow too much from the portfolio so that they can pay cash, and it jeopardizes their retirement spending many years down the road. Now, it's always an asset you can fall back on, but again, we just don't want you stretching too thin. Another one would be taking on debt. You know, the objective walking into retirement is to try to get your budget as low as possible because the budget is the most important number in your retirement plan. It's not rate of return, it's not inflation rate, it's not your Social Security amount. It is how much you need to maintain your standard. And $500, $1,000 a month, just that small amount can literally mean the difference between success and failure. So taking on debt can put major stress on the portfolio. Another one is maybe you have retired and you're wanting to go out and start a new business. Maybe it's a passion, something you have always wanted to go and do. Be careful with starting new businesses. In many cases, they can take a lot of money to get capitalized and off the ground, in years, in some cases, to start cash flowing. So be wise in your decisions and the type of industry, the type of business you may want to start and get into and how much it's going to take to get that thing moving. Another one would be helping too much. And this is a sensitive one, but this is one that you've got to be mindful of, you know, with friends, family members, kids that are in their 20s, 30s, maybe even 40s that sometimes can stick to your payroll. And maybe they're not 100% payroll, but you're still paying for the car or still paying for the rent. Those type of expenses can add up quickly. $300 a month, $500 a month. Remember, I just was telling you, it's all about your budget. It's all about the outflow. And the thing about helping friends and family and your kids, I've got 3 kids of my own. I want them to succeed. I want to help them as they grow and as they mature and get on their own. But you got to be mindful because once that starts, once that money is given, it's hard for that to stop. And in some cases, they may even come back and ask for more. So be mindful of that, okay? And, you know, if it is an issue or you've got one you're waiting to get off payroll, one thing that we always joke about is you could say, you know, I can keep giving you the money like this, but someday I'm going to be moving back in with you. And oftentimes that's a wake up and, hey, it's time to get off mom and dad's payroll there. The last one is just no spending plan, okay? Listen, I know when you're working, nobody lives on a budget. I get it. But when you retire, you have to live on a budget. It doesn't have to be stringent. It doesn't have to be no fun, no food, no travel. But you need to know what your parameters are. You need to know how much you can spend every month confidently, writing that check with confidence. And that's how you truly enjoy a great retirement. I want you to get your hands on my 10 retirement planning tips. Go to reapfinancial.com. You can download it right there on our homepage. That's reapfinancial.com. We'll see you next week. Until then, all the best.